Got it. YouTube vertical stacker here, and you guessed it, I acquired the second gold coin of my 2022 bucket list, and I am really excited about this one. I didn't want to play favorites when I was going through that list of those 5 coins, and you can see that video up here. I'll put that, I don't know where my finger's going to show up on this thing, but I'll, right there, I'll put that video that had my 5 coins that I had for my bucket list. But not wanting to play favorites is hard because I have had this particular gold coin in my sights for, gosh, at least a year, if not more. I've seen it on some of your channels, and I just told myself I have to get it no matter what this year. Don't know why, it's just this year is the year. So I decided, my goal was, of course, to get all of these at my local coin shop if I could, but in talking with them, they hadn't come across these. There was a limited mintage of only 5,000, and so I thought, it's not very likely that they're going to come across one. So I decided to go outside of my initial goal strategy of just finding these at my local coin shop and go peer-to-peer online. So I was really fortunate to have found someone who had one of these for sale in one of the online forums, and so I was able to pick it up. I paid $1,890 for this coin, about $60 over spot at the time, and I feel like that was a reasonable amount to pay for this coin. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's just such a unique coin, and the design on it is just fantastic. Of course, heavily influenced by Chinese culture, but you can see there's 2 Chinese dragons on this coin, and in the middle there's a flaming pearl. So those dragons are actually pursuing that pearl, the pearl of course representing infinite wisdom, and those dragons are searching for that infinite wisdom. The dragons being such a popular cultural symbol in China, it can represent power, strength, luck. There's all kinds of different things that the dragon can actually symbolize in Chinese culture. One of the things that I learned when I was researching this coin is that it is said, anyway, that emperors have been said to be descendants from dragons. So there you go, little Chinese culture for you. Pretty cool stuff nonetheless. But this is a Perth Mint coin, again from Australia, 2020, and of course we know what the obverse looks like already. We've seen that many times. I think it's a $100 denomination. Yeah, $100 there on the lower right. 4/9 fine gold coin, just a gorgeous coin. I'm thrilled to have this in my collection. Again, it's limited to 5,000 mintage, 1 troy ounce, and I'm glad I finally have it. I won't tell you how many times it took me to land that spinning entry or intro because that was kind of a bugger to get that. But once I kind of figured out which way the coin was headed every time I would flick it with my finger, then I just kept repositioning it, and then finally I got it. I don't want you to think, and I don't think anybody would believe necessarily, that I landed that on the first take. Surely I did not. So where am I at? 2 down, 3 to go, but wait, there's more. Move over, Perth Mint, hello, US Mint. Look at that. I was also able to snag the 2013 W Mint Mark reverse proof buffalo. What a great coin. I love the buffalo coins. They are my favorite United States Mint gold coin to stack. This is not so much a stacking coin. This is more of a collecting coin, but if I needed to use it, of course I would. The reverse proof, of course, you can just see the amazing luster on that coin and just the beautiful shine that this Native American has in the foreground, and then of course in the background how it's frosted, reverse of what it usually is. And of course here we have the buffalo on the back, and this is a $50 denomination 4/9 fine gold coin. And I tell you, I don't know what your experience has been like growing up, but when I saw the buffalo nickel, you know, they had the shield nickel, the V nickel, buffalo, Jefferson, but that buffalo nickel is something that I would always hold in my hand, and I was just in awe because it just looked, in my view, so cool. Now maybe that's in part because I'm an avid outdoors person, and I'm an enthusiast for hunting and fishing and those kind of things, just nature in general. I like to take photography as well, particularly of wild animals, and maybe the buffalo for what it stands for, right? It's the American frontier. It's that expansion across the West. It's you know, just what it symbolizes is strength and American greatness, at least in my mind. That is not to say that I'm I'm saying that, oh, we're the greatest out there, but you know, when you live in a country, you obviously want to uphold and uplift your country and have that national pride, and I certainly do. I love my country, complete with its flaws. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else, and I have traveled to a few places around the world, and I love to visit and I love to go places, but as Dorothy once said, there's no place like home, and the American buffalo just reminds me of home. Give me a home where the buffalo roam, right? And where the deer and the antelope play. Funny, because I'm actually in my man cave at the house right now, and if I were to pan around in the office here, you would just see, well, not the office, but the man cave, you would see deer and antelope, not really roaming, but hanging all over. But I'll spare you those gory details for now. That might be another video for another day, or maybe another channel. But anyway, I have now been able to get 2 more of the coins on my bucket list. And this one, by the way, this reverse proof, it came in a really, really nice display box that of course has, and we're familiar with these if we get, you know, coins from the mint. We're familiar with these, but this came in a leather bound, really nice leather bound case from the US Mint. I wish they would do these types of cases in all of their coins, silver and gold, because this is just really, really a neat case. I'll show you what it looks like actually with the coin in that leather case. It is really remarkable. Let me pinch this screen a little bit so I can get it in there. So yeah, there you have it. In that leather case, that reverse proof buffalo, just beautiful. So I'll probably keep it in there. Usually I take these things out and stick them in tubes, but I do have a few that are, you know, more special coins like these, or specific mintages or specific collector's items. And so I'll keep those in these mint packages. So there you go, 2 more on the bucket list. So now I have 3 of the 5 that were on my bucket list. I have the pre-33 Liberty War Bonnet. A lot of folks call that an Indian head. I think technically it's the Liberty War Bonnet. Then I have the 2020 Perth Mint Double Dragon, and then of course the 2013 W reverse proof buffalo. The one coin that's eluding me, even though it's probably not as hard to find as some of these coins, in particular this reverse proof buffalo, is that, you know, $5 Indian, that gold Indian. I think some people call it a half eagle. I am really, really struggling to find one of those that's just in a raw form, and I guess there are risks associated with buying those raw coins, but I couldn't find one that was raw in this Lady Liberty with the war bonnet, so I went ahead and found one that was slabbed at a decent price. I may end up having to do the same thing with the $5 gold piece, but I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful that I can find that at my local coin shop. I've got an all points bulletin out for it, and I've seen a few of them, but they just aren't the price that I want. I don't need an MS65 for $2,000, for example. I just want one that's around the $600 or $700 range, and I think I should be able to find that. So here we go. These are 3 of the gold coins off of my 5-coin bucket list, and again, I will post that video up here in the corner so that you folks can take a look at the bucket list challenge that I have for myself for 2022. Interesting times, right? We got the stock market taking a dive. It's weird. It's really, really weird that metals aren't doing the things that we would expect them to, but really, I'm not sure that anything surprises me anymore when it comes to metals. If the dollar loses value, suddenly metals are tanking. Stock market crashes, metals are tanking. It just doesn't make any sense from one day to the next. But I'm holding the course. I will continue to stack gold. I'm still going to wait on silver. I use silver mostly as a tool to obtain more gold, and it's just not an attractive price for me where I feel like I could reasonably do that. So more on that subject later, but hey folks, good to visit with you. Appreciate you being my cheerleaders on my acquisition of gold. Do me a favor and like and subscribe to my content. I am going to have a variety of content throughout the year, mostly focused on silver and gold, but I may throw in some other things as well. For example, this. Yeah, every once in a while, I just got to let my hair down, as they say, and go out and have some fun. So my buddy and I went and rented some snowmobiles and went and pounded the slopes. Had a really nice time tearing it up on some Ski-Doo 600s or 650s. I can't remember what cc motors they had, but they would go plenty fast. I got it up to 77 miles an hour, and that's you let off the gas and it feels like you're going to fly over the handlebars. But good times with good people, and you know what, relationships, that's what it's all about, folks. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate the relationships that I've formed in this community. Until next time, folks, Vertical Stacker, take care.